building a 9-foot table. This week we are doing another big table build. A few weeks ago we built an Olivewood desk for one of our friends, and it was such a big hit that somebody came to us and they want a 9-foot dining room table. So we have built this form, wrapped it in Tyvek, and we have cleaned all the pieces. We're going to do another Olivewood pour.
Right now we're going to pour 2 gallons of epoxy and just make sure we don't have any leaks anywhere before we put probably about 6 or 7 gallons into this table.
Close, but you're way off.
So that's 2 gallons. So you can obviously see we're not even covering all the surface. So this is probably going to be like 7 or 8 gallons of epoxy.
Wrong again.
Okay, so all the epoxy is poured, and I know Justin kept saying
About 6 or 7 gallons. It's going to be like 7 or 8 gallons of epoxy.
but realistically it was about 32 gallons of epoxy. So we're gonna let that sit for over a week so it can cure and give it plenty of time to set. And then we're gonna send it over and flatten it.
1 week later.
This thing's so heavy. All right, so now that the table is completely flat, we're going to take it from the slab miser over to the CNC machine. The customer has requested that we actually round the corners off, not a straight 90-degree angle. So Sean's going to end up taking care of that on the CNC. And then we have our friends up the street are going to give us a hand. Green Mountain Table Works, the owner, Jamie, I reached out to him to put a lacquer finish on this table. We don't have a spray booth here right now, so he's going to take care of that. So I appreciate the help, Jamie. Thank you. All right, so we just got the table back. Very, very happy with the results. I want to thank you to the Green Mountain Table Works team. Phenomenal job. So this table's 9 feet long. It's going to require a 3rd leg. So that's what our team's going to do now. We're going to install the legs, and then we have a beam. And the original concept was to do an Olivewood beam to match the tabletop. But I actually called the customer. I said it's just going to be a little too busy. So we're actually going to take a piece of walnut and we're going to stain it about the color of the epoxy. We're going to darken it up more than walnut with just a natural finish on it. So that's where we're at right now. So it's finally delivery day for that massive Olivewood table. These guys here did an amazing job, but we're not out of the woods just yet. We're going to hit the road. We're headed up to Charlestown, New Hampshire. It's about a 3-hour drive. We'll see. Thanks, Jose. All right, so we arrived at the property. Now the hard part, getting this thing over there in the door. By the way, this is a beautiful property. Check it out. You boys ready?
Let's do this.
All right, so who's going on what side?
I'll get one of these corners.
Sean, do you want to go with Paul?
Sure.
Let me see them muscles, boys.
Mine actually go down.
Don't look so good.
So when we poured this and we took it out of the mold, there was so much epoxy it was like moving.
Oh, wow.
So we had to inlay all of these steel channels to reinforce it all.
That's the right size table.
Dang, this is definitely a sweet
That is when we did.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for this build. If you guys are looking for a custom table, hit us up at libertylumberproducts.com. We'll catch you in the next one.